Alright, in this lesson we're going to place our animated leaves over top of our mockup, and we're back in Photoshop here. Let's do a quick save of the document. Up here we have a little a little asterisk up in the corner of the S, but that means our document isn't saved, so we can just go Control S and it will save. Might take a little while. Alright, now I want to bring in my white background document. We have a transparent one and a white background one, but I just want to bring in the white background one to show you that you don't need to waste your time exporting a transparent one, because transparent files are much bigger. If I bring this down and we have a look at this, a transparent file for 1 minute, an AVI, is 11.1 gig, and that's massive compared to the 49 megabytes or 48 megabytes that the V1, my goodness, exclamation mark, our leaves is much smaller than our transparent document. So we're going to bring that in. We don't want to crash Photoshop by bringing in an 11 gig document, and you just click and drag it and drop it in like so, and that'll load a bit. It'll drop it in as a smart object and then it'll render it, and then what we can do is go Window, come down, and we need to find the timeline, and here we have the timeline. We'll bring that up. We might want to create a video. Let's make that change to place it, then create a video timeline, and as you can see, automatically our image has been dropped in and it has created a timeline for us. So we can play this here. It might take a little bit to render. Photoshop doesn't handle videos as well as After Effects does. So you can see here's the frame rate it is playing it at. So slowly we get it to render nicely. And there we go, we are rendering it. Let's take it back to the start. Keep running over it and just rendering. What I want to do is drag this bottom layer. What I might do is, we've got all these little layers down the bottom. I'm going to drag this up and you can see all these little layers. So what we can do is just select them all and group them. If we can find the group, what we can do is just hit this to group our layers. Control G. Nope, they won't group. Is it because of the locked layer? Let's go group from layer. Okay. Alright, so unlock the layer first and then group it. Alright, we would just want to drag all these out to the same length as our image up here. Just drag them all out so they're the same length. Once they're all the same length, check that. We can close that. We've got our animation, it's running, and all we do with this layer is go and make it a multiply. And you can see if I zoom out a bit up here, it's just put it over top and multiply that. I'm just going to drop the opacity. And now what we can do is, there we go. We have created an animated mockup in Photoshop, and we've used Illustrator to create a really cool little graphic. And then we jumped into After Effects and animated the leaves. What I can also do is edit this at any time. Because of the artwork, we can double click the artwork smart object, and we can come in here and we can edit this. Control T. We can move this. We can duplicate it if we want. We can go apply, save, come back to here, and it has moved. If you have a look, it still animates and everything. The last effect I may want to put onto this is a paper color. So I'm going to select this texture layer. I'm just going to go down here to add an adjustment layer. We come up to solid color. We bring it up. I'm just going to add a little bit of a beigey orangey color. Hit OK. And then we just either overlay it or multiply. I'm going to go with multiply, drop the opacity. Now we can edit this layer any color we like. Keeps the texture and everything. Let's go back to here. And once again, to edit our artwork, we just double click on the artwork layer. Open it up. Control T. Let's bring it to the center. Let's make it nice and big. Let's press enter. Control S to save. Come back to our document, and there we go. It has updated in here, and of course it still animates. Alright, now what I'm going to do is go File. We're going to go to Export, and down here we're going to go Render Video. And because this is a video, it's got moving, we need to render it as a video rather than a PNG. Let's select a folder. I have got some clients work in here. Let's just render it into here. Select a folder, cabin mockup, and we just want to look in here. We're going to use the media encoder because we want it as a video. We don't want it as an image sequence. We're going to use media encoder. I'm going to use H.264, most common. It's the smallest file size. We're actually coming out with H.265 and H.266, but they aren't out and they're not compatible with everything yet. What we're going to do is change our frame rate to 24, and we're going to leave everything else. All frames, 1 minute, high quality 1920 by 1080, and we're just going to hit render, and that will render away. It'll probably, there we go. Now we can watch that render. Alright, we have rendered it out, and you can see we've got the video here. If we play it, there we go, we've got our animated mockup animating away, and it is as a video file, so we can upload that to Instagram or anywhere we want to post it. And it's just a nice way to add a bit of motion to our artwork, even though our artwork doesn't move. Adds a bit of realism. Anyway, that's it for this course. We're all set, and I've taught you a heap of stuff in this course to go and make this yourself. So I'd love to see the projects if you tag @HauntedGoodsStudio on Instagram if you upload it, and I'd love to see them. We may repost them, we'll give them a like, comment on them, and yeah, love to see your projects. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this course and learned a heap, and we will be releasing new courses for the coming future, but until then, we'll see you guys later. Bye.